Guys, what's up? It's your boy, one and only AR Legends. And yeah, guys, today I am back with the next part of What If Naruto Was Neglected, had the powers of whis. So yeah, guys, hopefully you guys enjoy the previous part of this series. And if you guys have not seen it, please guys check it out. You guys will definitely like it. So yeah, guys, as for the next part, the like goal is going to be 200 likes and 80 comments. Do that and I shall upload the next part as soon as possible. So yeah, guys, I have a happy news for all of you. One of my old channel has been revived, if you remember it. And I'm N. As if you remember, it was my old channel and I have decided to use it once again, and today I will upload a video on it. So keep in tune for that. The link of the channel is in the description below. So I will start uploading movies on this channel. So hopefully you guys will like it. And stay in tune for Naruto movies on this channel. The link is in the description below. So without any further ado, let us start the video. But before that, I would like to make a request to all of you guys who are watching this video. If you guys are new to the channel or if you guys have not subscribed yet, please guys do so. You guys subscribing would be really appreciated, as I want to reach 20k subscribers on this channel as soon as possible. So please guys, if you guys have not subscribed yet, please guys do so. It would be really helpful. And yeah guys, I have also put the link of my Instagram as well as the link of my other Naruto channel, in which I have decided to upload movies as well, in the description below. So without any further ado, let us start the video. Last time we left off as we saw that how Naruto was taken under the tutelage of Itachi, as many of the Jonins were impressed after they saw the immense talent inside Naruto, as he was able to defeat Menma and Ruko, who were at least high Chunin level after training from Minato, Kushina, Jiraiya, Tsunade and Kakashi, as they were easily high Chunin level and reaching Jonin level soon enough. And after that, Naruto was able to defeat both of them. So the Jonins were impressed as Itachi saw through his Mangekyo Sharingan that Naruto looked towards him and gave him a small wink. And now, after that, as Naruto was put in a team in Team 13, which consisted of Naruto, Sai, and Kurama, as Yakumo Kurama, as that was the team of Naruto, as Itachi decided to have a small test in which Naruto decided to test Itachi as well. But needless to say, Naruto's immense power was far beyond the reach of Itachi, as Itachi had to activate his Mangekyo Sharingan just to keep up with Naruto's movement, as he was shocked as he was unable to predict the movements of Naruto, as if Naruto's whole body was working against the, you can say, abilities of the Sharingan to anticipate the movements of their opponent, as if Naruto's body already knew what his Sharingan was gonna think and moved against it. While on the other hand, Naruto defeated Itachi and after that took his bells. So afterward, Itachi reported everything and saying that how Naruto has a Kekkei which consisted of his mainly chakra. So that was the reason of the change in attribute of his body, as Minato, Jiraiya, Tsunade already anticipated that after years of monitoring Naruto closely, they realized that he was never influenced by the QB, but still, they were not gonna accept it. After all, years of spending time with Menma and Ruko, they have decided to, you can say, not even consider Naruto as their son on subconscious level to begin with. So they did not care anymore, while Kushina said that she will not accept it and she will always consider Naruto a threat to her children, after saying that she sent you in a way, while third Hokage gave Minato the idea that Naruto should be put in the CRA and they have to inform the council as soon as possible. So yeah guys, that was the last part of the series. So if you guys have not seen it, please guys check it out and like it. So without any further ado, let us start the story. So I'm gonna start my story as Naruto was, you can say, petting a small cat in his, you can say, arms as he was walking toward the office of Minato. While on the other hand, Yakumo and Sai, even Sai was looking toward the Sai towards the cat as if it was not a cat but a demon, while on the other hand the cat was simply furring in Naruto's arm, as Naruto gave a small smile to cat after giving it back to its owner, who started to squeeze it. As Team 13 looked towards Minato as Itachi spoke up, Lord Hokage, the D-Neck mission has been completed, as Minato smiled as he looked towards, you can say, Naruto with a small smile, as he had decided to, you can say, mend some of the relationship. After all, Naruto has a lot of talent and and as the Hokage, he should be, you can say, close to such people so that they could be loyal to him. So that was the reason, as Minato said, well, we have some other D-rank missions, but before he could say anything, as Itachi spoke up, Lord Hokage, I believe that my team is ready for a C-rank mission, as Minato looked towards Itachi with a raised eyebrow. But he remembered that he had told Itachi to push Naruto, so that could be the reason that Itachi he's doing so. So he simply nodded. Well, if you honestly believe that your team is ready, well then, I'm gonna grant you guys a scenic mission. So, here is it going to be. You have to deliver this message, but before he could complete his sentence, a dog burst into the room as Minato looked towards the dog as he had a scroll on his, you can say, mouth as Minato grabbed it and started to read it as his eyes narrowed as he said, well, Itachi, your mission is gonna be changed a little bit. You're gonna back up Kakashi's team as it seemed that they have run into some trouble. They have met Zabuza Momochi as well as Raiga, two of the seven deadly swordmen of the mist, they were able to send them off, but it seemed that they believe that they have other reinforcements. So you guys have to go to the land of wave to complete the mission. And this mission is important as after this mission is completed, we would have a trading agreement with the land of waves. So complete it no matter what. At that, Itachi simply nodded at that and grabbed the scroll and went off as he was now looking towards his team. Alright, team. Our mission is to Land of Waves, where we have to help Kakashi-san team to complete their mission. You guys already know what this team truly consists of, right? As all of them simply nodded at that. Alright then, let us move as they dash off towards the Land of Waves as all the time Itachi was wondering about his little brother. But then he started to look towards Naruto, who was walking as if he was having a walk in the park. Not even small drops of sweat, even Itachi was sweating after 5 hours of consistently running, while on the other hand Yakumo was more than ready to drop dead, while even Sai was sweating a little bit as they decided to have a small rest and continue after forward. And now let us have a small time skip as Itachi and the whole team has finally arrived to the land of waves and reached to the house of Tazuna. And finally, Sasuke opened the door as he was surprised to see that it was none other than his older brother and his team as he glared towards Naruto when he noticed that Naruto was standing there with a small smile on his face. He did not forget that how Naruto has stolen his older brother as he glared towards Naruto once again but decided not to say anything in front of his older brother. Soon he will show his brother that he was superior to Naruto and he was more worthy of the attention of his older brother as he simply the team walk in as Itachi started to look after Kakashi, who has woken up after some time, as Kakashi explains the situation that they were ambushed by Zabuza and Raiga as they have a hunter Nin as their apprentice and they were able to fool him and how he was low on chakra to begin with, but thanks to the help of Menma Naruko and Sasuke, they were able to keep up with Raiga, but he was still a 7 deadly swordman, so he was able to keep up with them as well. Anyways, as Itachi spoke, well, Kakashi Senpai, I believe that they will ask for reinforcement if they figure out that you have sent for the message as well. As Kakashi nodded at that, there's a possibility. That was the reason I sent you there. If more of the 7 deadly swordmen came here, it would be really bad for us. As they simply nodded at that as Itachi stood up. Since you guys have been here, we have decided to have a small training sessions because we believe that it will still take 5 days for Zabuza to recover. As all of them simply nodded at that, while in the meantime Naruto was happily chatting with the daughter of Tazuna, as Tazuna was also, you can say, chatting with Naruto all the time, while on the other hand Sasuke was glaring towards his brother thieving Naruto and Menma and Naruto. Their blood was boiling, but just looking towards this loser who has defeated both of them, humiliated them, and now they were training even harder. Even Jiraiya Sensei were disappointed in them and told them that they should train hard and nobody like Naruto should not be able to keep up with them. So they were training even harder and soon enough they were developing a technique that will kill Naruto off permanently as evil smiles came to their minds. But anyways, finally you can say Itachi was standing in front of Menma and Naruto. As I said, you guys already have quite good chakra control. I must say that Lord Hokage and Tsunade-sama has worked well on your chakra control. So do tell me about your nature transformations. As Menma spoke up, I have fire and wind, and Naruto has fire and lightning. As you can say, he simply nodded at that. Alright then, why don't you work on these techniques as you throw two scrolls to Menma and Naruto each. Both of them nodded and started to work on it as he looked towards Sasuke. Well, Sasuke, since you have, you can say, awoken another Tomo in your Sharingan, two Tomo in both eyes, why don't you start with this as he threw a scroll to a fire technique to Sasuke, who simply nodded and went off to train even further. As you can say, Itachi looked towards Yakumo. Well, you are a Genjutsu prodigy, but I doubt that you know about this Genjutsu. It was invented by the second Hokage, so start working on it. After throwing a scroll to Yakumo as he looked towards Sai. Sai, what about you? As Sai spoke up, well, Sensei, you already know I'm a water user. As Itachi threw a scroll to him, well, I will work on it. If you guys have any difficulties, feel free to ask me. After saying that, he looked towards Naruto, who was looking towards Itachi with a small smile and the same impression on his face. As Itachi looked towards Naruto, what about you, Naruto? What are your affinities? As Naruto simply shrugged, well, to be honest, Sensei, I have never tried it, and last time we did that, you remember, right? As Itachi remembered how the paper simply turned into silver and went like stars away. As Itachi simply nodded, we will try to see which affinity you're more aligned with. Let us start with fire technique, if you do not mind. As Naruto simply nodded as they arrived to an you can say river. Alright, Naruto. These are the hand signs for standard fireball as a completed hand sign fire style. Fireball Jutsu as a release a fireball. Why don't you try? As Naruto nodded. As Itachi said, these are the but before he could complete hand signs as Naruto dashed through hand signs. Fire style, fireball Jutsu as a gigantic silver fire erupted from Naruto's mouth. Even Itachi took several step backs as he covered his face. The heat it was so hot as a nearby, you can say, river was almost dried out. As Naruto looked towards Itachi with the same smile on his face, as Itachi looked towards Naruto with at least, he thought, with a blank expression. Well, it was not all that blank to begin with, but Itachi is not gonna accept it anyways. As Itachi said, well, you have good fire affinity, let us go with the water, if you do not mind. As Naruto nodded, alright. This is a simple water technique, water bullets. As he started to go through hand signs, these are the hand signs. As Naruto go through hand signs, as he, you can say, opened his mouth, a gigantic ball of water erupted from it as he went like a laser. As he touched his eyes widened, a gigantic boulder, which was there as it was, it had a gigantic hole in it. The upper half of it vanishes, as well as, you can say, several yards of trees that were in front of them as Itachi, you can say, seriously was trying to keep his, you can say, composure at the point as Naruto looked towards Itachi with the same small smile. As Itachi inwardly was wanting, this kid is really something else. This silver chakra. As he said, alright Naruto, let us try with the earth technique. So here, as he spoke up earth clone technique, as Naruto nodded as he go through hand signs just like that, 1,000 earth clones appeared. As Itachi simply nodded. At this point, nothing is gonna shock him. The other technique is lightning. As he started to go through all the nature transformations and Itachi was shocked even the D rank techniques, Naruto put them to at least A rank techniques like they were nothing to begin with. As Itachi at this point didn't know what to teach to the brat, his taijutsu was really something else. His movements were more than precise. While on the other hand, his speed was really something else. Even his ninjutsu was not no longer lacking, and he was unable to put him in a genjutsu. Not even his mangekyo was able to do so. Naruto was really hiding something, and he had to get to the bottom of it. No matter what, that silver chakra, Naruto knew the secret of it. Itachi was sure. As Naruto gave a small bow to Itachi and started to walk towards the house, unknown to him, a figure was, you can say, watching it all, as it was none other than Sasuke who was glaring towards Naruto with as much hate as possible. He arrived when Naruto was performing the last technique, the lightning strike, the lightning shock. To his utter shock, Naruto released a gigantic stream of lightning, which you can say almost evaporated a nearby river, and that he thought that Itachi was teaching Naruto S-rank techniques. Why? Why did his older brother was teaching that loser all the techniques? He was his brother. He was an Uchiha elite. He should be the one that Itachi should be teaching S-rank techniques. He did not knew that Itachi only taught Naruto D-rank techniques, but Naruto was the one who put them to a level of A rank, if not above. So Itachi simply, you can say, looked towards the walking form of Naruto and burst into crows and you can say flew away while Sasuke swore that he's gonna rid off that you can say brother thieving brat no matter what. He's gonna get stronger. After saying that, he simply walked away. While on the other hand, Naruto finally arrived to the house as he noticed that another figure was walking towards it, as he noticed as it was none other than Naruto, as Naruto sat in front of Naruto with a small glare in her eyes as she looked towards Naruto. So, you already completed your training, huh? I bet that you are unable to learn anything. After all, everyone knows that the only thing you're good at is only taijutsu. As she smirked at that as Naruto looked towards her with a small smile on her face. Did you say something? At this, Naruto gritted her teeth at that. How dare this no, you can say clanless loser to look towards her in that manner, and she always and always hated that damn smile. No matter what she did, it was always there. How she wished that she would be able to, you can say, put that smile away from his face no matter what. Soon enough, her brother and her will complete their technique, and no matter how powerful he is, they would be able to get rid of him. As she smirked at that, as she said, huh, never mind, loser. Just remember, no matter how strong you may get, you will never be able to amount to anything. After all, Manma is next in line to be the Hokage, and when he reaches it, you can say goodbye to your village. After all, the first act he will do is to kick you out of the village. After saying that, she started to laugh and walked away. As Naruto was still smiling towards her, as he said, the Hokage, huh? Huh, I might even give it a try. But anyways, as he simply shrugged at that and started to eat his food. After some time, finally, the 5 days has passed. It was complicated things for Naruto. Manma was, you can say, always looking towards Naruto with glare, and after some time, made a, you can say, crazy smile on his face. That was same for Naruto, while Sasuke was always glaring towards him as he was thinking of murdering him, while on the other hand Sai was trying to spy on him. Well, not that he was unable to do anything to begin with. While on the other hand Yakumo was still training on her genjutsu, Itachi was always keeping an eye on him, while on the other hand Kakashi was trying to, you can say, make some conversations with him, which always turned up pretty awkward. But anyways, as finally the day has arrived, as they were guarding the bridge, as Kazuna arrived along with the both of the teams to protect them, as Kakashi suggested that Naruto should be left at home. After all, the family also needed a protection, but Itachi quickly realized that he was simply, you can say, Kakashi Senpai was getting stupid. So he spoke up, that would not be necessary, Kakashi Senpai. We have decided that Sai would be left behind, as well as Yakumo. After all, both of them work pretty well and they would be able to protect the bridge builder family, and I would be here with Naruto, as Kakashi wanted to object to that, but there was no valid reason to object to begin with, so he simply shrugged it off. Finally, you can say they arrived to the bridge, as they were surprised to see that there were several dead bodies lying around, and you can say Kakashi quickly said, alright, protect the team now, as all the team started to surround, you can say, Tazuna, and laughter could be heard. Well, look at that. Isn't it Itachi Uchiha, the prodigy of the Uchiha clan, huh? As an figure started to walk out of the mist, as Kakashi's heart almost stopped, as Itachi's eyes narrowed, Sharingan spinning in his eyes. It was as they feared. They have called for reinforcement as well, as it was none other than Kisame Hoshigake Raiga and Zabuza and Haku that was standing in front of all of them with smirks on their respective faces as Kisame spoke up. Huh, I was here for a fight, and you were right. They did ask for reinforcements. It seemed that it is the Uchiha brat of the Uchiha clan. Huh, this would be fun. As Kisame smirked at that as Itachi put his position as he said, alright, Kakashi senpai, I would handle Kisame. In the meantime, try to finish off Raiga and Zabuza as soon as possible, as well as his apprentice, as Kakashi simply nodded at that, knowing full well that Itachi had more chance against Kisame. But Itachi was a bit at a crossroad after all. Kisame had the Samehada, which would be able to dispel his genjutsu. He would have to use more powerful genjutsus of the Mangekyo Sharingan, especially the Tsukiyomi, but it seemed that Kisame knew about it and he was a bit more cautious than he thought. He was avoiding eye contact. This could get a bit difficult. As he nodded at that towards Kakashi as he looked towards Naruto. Naruto tried to get rid of that apprentice as soon as possible and help, you can say, to defeat Raiga and as well as if you can help Kakashi to fight off against Zabuza. As Zabuza laughed, huh, that would not be necessary, Itachi, because I'm gonna kill all of you as he rushed towards Kakashi as both of them started to engage while on the then Menma, Naruto, and Sasuke quickly looked towards each other and nodded and started to go through hand signs as they rushed towards Raiga, as well as the apprentice of Zabuza, but Zabuza's apprentice Haku started to go through hand signs just like that. A wall of ice appeared, blocking all their attacks, surprising Kakashi as Kakashi gritted his teeth, not a bloodline user here. This would get even more complicated, while on the other hand, you can say suddenly the ice wall shattered, and to their surprise, a blur could be seen as you can say Haku's eyes widened before he could say anything. A fist slammed into his face, and just like that, he was sent flying as Naruto appeared at the center of Raiga and Zabuza. Both of them were surprised as Naruto put both of his hands in a small fashion with a small mock face as it slammed into their guts. Suddenly, Zabuza's eyes widened as blood puked out from his gut. As Kisame could not believe it, how is this even possible? He did not saw anything but a blur. And just like that, both Kisame and Raiga slammed into the opposite side of the bridge. As Kakashi quickly realizing that this was his opportunity, rushed towards Zabuza with the right kiri in his hand. As Naruto vanished, appearing in front of Haku, who decided to use his bloodline, but Naruto was weaving through his sandbanks like he already knew where they were, and within seconds he was in front of Haku, who tried to attack Naruto using taijutsu, but it was an extremely short fight as within seconds Haku was on the ground, his arm was broken, and Naruto was standing on top of him with a small smile on his face. Well, Haku-san, you are a good fighter, and if it was anyone other than me, you may have been able to help your sensei, but your reign ends here. And just like that, you can say a chop to the neck, and just like that, Haku was unconscious as he looked towards him, and then he noticed something. Huh, well, I never near realized that he was actually she. And he simply chuckled nervously. But, anyways, at least she was unconscious as he put her aside. And afterward, he looked back to see Zabuza was already in the game and pushing Kakashi back, while on the other hand, Raiga was keeping up with Menma and Naruto. For some reason, Raiga should have been unable to do that as Naruto narrowed his eyes, but then he noticed another signature behind to his back as a smirk at that. Huh. So that was the reason, huh? Let's see how good he actually is as Raiga slammed his sword into Menma and Naruto, sending them a bit back, and he backhanded Sasuke as Sasuke was greeting his state. Why? Why was he so weak? And why everyone was stronger than him? As he glared towards, you can say Raiga, another Sharingan Tomo entered into his left eye as he rushed towards Raiga blindly as Raiga started to wave through hand signs just like that. A stream of lightning surged towards Sasuke, who was charging blindly as Itachi noticed that as he spoke, Sasuke. But before he could do anything, as Kisame appeared in front of him, trying to put his, you can say, blade inside of Itachi's body, but Itachi was able to dodge it, but still, he was, you can say, injured to his arm. because of the distraction caused by Sasuke. And just like that, the energy bolt slammed into the place where Sasuke was standing as a gigantic explosion took place. As Raiga started to laugh as he said, "Ha, that you get, you damn Uchiha." As he smirked at that, while on the other hand, when the dust settled, as Itachi was wondering if that Shinobi has done it, if he had killed his dear little brother. And when the dust settled down, there was no one there. As Itachi looked all around the place with his Mangekyo Sharingan, he quickly realized that where his little brother was as he let out a sigh of relief as Naruto was standing over, you can say, N- Sasuke's unconscious body. Naruto quickly knocked out Sasuke and grabbed him and went out of the place of the lightning like he was having a walk in the park. And while on the other hand, he simply looked towards Raika with a small smile on his face, but before he could do anything, as two figures appeared from his behind, as you can say Menma tried to attack Naruto, as Naruto was a bit surprised. He thought that they would at least try to be more reasonable within a mission, but he simply dodged the attack and he simply looked towards Menma. Stay out of our fight, you damn loser. This is our place to shine. As Menma looked towards Naruto as both of them started to go through handstands, fire style, great fireball jutsu. Hester released a gigantic stream of fire towards Raika, who smirked and jumped over the technique as Naruto was in front of Raika with the lightning face as Raika smirked. "Huh, you brat, you forgotten. I used lightning," as his sword blocked the attack and started to absorb it as Naruto smirked as Menma appeared from top of it with the Rasengan in his hand as he smirked. "Huh, well, it's over, Raika." But before Menma could slam the Rasengan, Raika grabbed Naruto and threw it towards Menma, whose eyes widened. He tried to cancel out the Rasengan, but it was already too late as his Rasengan slammed into Naruto, who let out a scream of pure pain and agony. As Menma tried to cancel the technique, but it was getting too unstable, and just like that, an explosion took place. As Menma let out a scream of pain and swell, his hand was, you can say, burnt, while Naruto's stomach was, you can say, leaking blood. At this point, both of them slammed into the, you can say, bridge. As Naruto looked towards them with the same smart smile on his face. Oops, as he simply shrugged. But anyways, as he started to walk towards Raiga, who was panting a little bit, that was too close for comfort. While on the other hand, Kakashi was now has finally grabbed Zabuza and he was ready for the final technique as Naruto appeared in front of Raiga as Raiga swung his sword, but to his surprise Naruto put a finger to the sword and just like that both of the attacks clashed as Raiga could not believe it. What was going on here? He saw the finger of Naruto was shining small silver as Naruto looked towards Raiga with a small smile. "Hey, you have good swords. Mind if I take them for myself?" As Royga gritted his teeth. "How dare you, brat? You think that you're powerful?" But before he could complete his sentence, "Hey, here you go, kid. How are you feeling? Are you sad? Why are you crying?" As Royga looked back to see that his secret weapon, Ranmaru, was in the hands of Naruto, who was throwing him upward like he was just a small kid, who was now crying and looking towards him. "Raiga, help me." As Raiga gritted his teeth, how dare that shinobi to do something like this to Ranmaru, as he said, "You brat," as he swung his sword towards Naruto, and next thing he noticed, both of his swords were missing, as he looked down to see that both of his, you can say, swords were now in the hands of Naruto as Naruto put the kid down as he patted him on the head. "Well, kid, wait here." As Naruto looked towards the sword. "Whoa, I always wanted to have swords. Thanks for the gift." As Raiga screamed, "Give them back!" as he rushed towards Naruto. As Naruto put a small lightning chakra in the sword as it started to get overcharged. As Naruto said, "Oops." And just like that, Naruto vanishes, leaving the swords behind as Raiga made the mistake to grab them, and just like that, a gigantic explosion took place. And when it died down, only a crater was there, and now the bridge was, you can say, mostly damaged. As while on the other side, Tazuna was almost crying at this point. But unfortunately, both Ranmaru and Raiga were nowhere to be seen. It seemed that they were disintegrated. Naruto's chakra reacted negatively with the swords, as even a small portion of his power entering into the sword overcharged it, and it was simply gone. It was like pushing Jubi's chakra. into a sword and thinking that the sword could actually contain it. Well, it was not possible. But anyways, as Naruto started to whistle a little bit, this explosion put Kakashi out of his, you can say, rhythm, as Sabuza was able to free himself, while on the other hand, Itachi was panting hard. It seemed that his distraction because of Sasuke has cost him. One of his arms was now unable to use chakra for the moment, one of his eye was bleeding, and while on the other hand, Kisame was panting hard as well. But his sword was able to heal up most of his wounds even when he had to cut off his arm when Itachi caught it within Amaterasu, but he cut off his arm. But thanks to the Samehada, it was able to grow itself once again. As Kisame was smirking, well, Itachi, it seemed that you are powerful, just like I have heard. But it seemed that your little brother has cost you. I'm pretty sure that if that injury was not present on your arm, you would have been able to defeat me. If not, you can say, give me some fun anyways. But now it seemed that your battle is over as he swung his sword as Itachi was ready to activate his Susanoo. But to his surprise, the next thing he noticed a fist slammed into Kisame as Kisame could not understand. One moment he was about to hit Itachi with his Samehada, and next moment he saw the world freeze for a moment and the force slammed into his body. He was launched like a rocket and went through hundreds of trees within seconds, and he felt all the pain there. While on the other hand, Naruto was standing in front of Itachi and he had in his hand a Samehada who was trying to absorb his chakra but a small portion of it, and now he was squeezing in pure pain and agony at this point. As Naruto said, "Hey, I always wanted a sword. Can you be my sword?" While on the other hand, Samehada screamed in pure pain and agony as Naruto had a sad expression on his face. "Oh well, if you don't want to be my sword, then be gone." As Naruto threw the sword in the opposite direction, as Itachi's eyes widened, it went up and up and up. And after some time, Itachi could have swore that he saw a shining star in the sky as Naruto pushed the sword in such a force that it went out of the atmosphere of the planet. After some time, you can say Kisame's limping body arrived as he started to look around. Why did Samehada has not returned to him by now? He was wondering as he looked towards Itachi. "Where is my sword, Itachi?" As he looked towards Naruto, you're the one who pushed me away. I do not know what kind of technique you use, but I demand that you return my sword to me. As Naruto said, that sword, huh? Well, I threw it away in that direction. He pointed towards it as Kisame glared towards Naruto with as much aid as possible. But before he could do anything, as you can say, they saw a Raikiri sound, and just like that, Zabuza was dead. And finally, you can say, Kisame realized that he had nowhere to go at this point as he glared towards Naruto. "This is not over, brat. I will remember both of you, Itachi and you, brat." As Naruto said, "Yo, my name is Naruto, and you, Naruto, I will remember both of you, and you are gonna pay, and I will get my sword back." After saying that, he entered threw himself out of the bridge and turned into a shark and went in the direction where Naruto had pointed, ready to get his sword back. As Itachi was now looking towards Naruto in awe, he saw the amount of force Naruto put behind the throw, and he was more than sure that it has went outside of the atmosphere if it was even possible to begin with. As Naruto gave him a small smile, as Itachi returned the smile, he was happy that his student has saved his foolish little brother. It seemed that he would need to have a talk with his foolish little brother as soon as possible. After some time, the whole team was gathered together. They saw that Menma Naruko has been healed thanks to the help of Kyuubi's chakra. And now they were awoken up. Sasuke has also awoken up as Kakashi was pretty tired when he saw that all of his team was unconscious and Itachi was happily chatting with Naruto. He narrowed his eyes. It seemed that he needed to have a discussion with Minato sensei as soon as possible. He saw that when Raika died, he also saw that what Naruto did with that Kisame when he punched him on the face to send him flying. Well, he did not saw what Naruto actually did with Samehada as he was preoccupied with Zabuza at the moment. As while on the other hand, Naruto gave them all a, you can say, a smile. "Well, it seems that you have finally woken up, had a good sleep." on a mission when you're supposed to be protecting the client, huh? As while on the other hand, both you can say Menma and Naruto were glaring daggers towards Naruto. It was like the Naruto was, you can say, mocking them, while on the other hand, Sasuke was now glaring towards Naruto, even further hate in his eyes as Itachi realized it, wondering what his little brother was up to. At least he activated 3 Tomo in one eye and 2 Tomo in the other one. And that Sasuke, are you alright? As Sasuke looked towards his older brother, as if you care. After saying that, he walked away. While on the other hand, Menma and Naruto followed as Kakashi looked towards Naruto and then towards Itachi. Well, Itachi, it seems that the mission is completed. Well, you did not kill Kisame. So, in your part, it was pretty negligence. If you ask me, you should have, you can say, put more effort. But then again, I can understand it. Your student was keeping you from using your full power and keeping you down. I can realize it. While on the other hand, Itachi looked towards Kakashi with a blank expression on his face. On the contrary, Kakashi Senpai, I can understand it. After all, Naruto did defeated Raiga, which was supposed to be the job of my little brother and your students. But then again, the prodigies are born in a generation. After saying that, he simply walked away while you can say Kakashi gritted his teeth. It was a jab to the name of you can say the prodigy which was given to Menma and Naruto, saying that Naruto was a greater prodigy and only prodigy in the generation of you can say Menma and Naruto. As Kakashi glared towards Naruto, who was also with the same small smile walking away from Kakashi, he has to report this to Minato sensei as well as the council as soon as possible. He thought in his mind. While on the other hand, you can say Kisame was going through the water. He cannot feel his connection with Samehada as if it was cut off. He does not understand. Always after some time, he came out of the water. As he said, alright then, as he started to go through hand signs, summoning jutsu, and just like that, a smoke appeared. He has been able to summon Samehada, he thought, but to his shock, nothing was there. What was going on here? How is this possible that he cannot summon Samehada? He has a permanent connection with it. No matter how far away he is, even if someone has stolen it, he should be able to summon it to his will. There is only one possibility that Itachi has somehow sealed away his Samehada and Brad has simply lied to him, sending him in this direction. Mark his word, he's gonna make Itachi Uchiha and that Naruto kid pay no matter what. And after saying that, he once again turned into a shark and went into the secret hideout of Akatsuki. While, on the other hand, finally the mission was completed and they finally arrived to the Konoha gates. As you can see, Itachi looked towards his team. Alright team, you guys are dismissed. I will give the report to Hokage Sama. After saying that, he turned into birds and went into the Hokage office while Kakashi did the same and sunshine into the office as Minato was present with third Hokage, Tsunade, and you can say Jiraiya. While on the other hand, Kushina was you can say not present at the moment. As you can say, Minato looked forward to see Itachi and Kakashi appeared in his office as Minato looked towards them with a small smile. Huh. So the mission was complete, huh? I take it, Kakashi. As Kakashi nodded at that, well, Sensei, my report, I will write it to you as soon as possible. But before he could do anything, as Itachi has already given the report, well, Lord Hokage, I have already completed the report, and here is the detailed report. As Kakashi glared towards Itachi a little bit. Well, Itachi, since I was the team leader, it was my duty as well as you were not present in the first half of our team. As Itachi looked towards Kakashi, well, Kakashi senpai, we were given a separate mission and a separate scroll of our mission was different. You can give your report, but my duty is to give the report of my side of the mission anyways. As Kakashi glared towards Itachi, he wanted to, you can say, gloat about his team, showing that how talented they were to push off Raiga when they first encountered him. But now it seems that Itachi has opened the book and he cannot close it now. While on the other hand, as he said, what about the oral team report? Why don't you guys tell me what actually happened there? And just like that, you can say Itachi nodded and started to say about his report and how they went there and gave them some scrolls for their training and afterwards started to help them as I said, well, Hokage-sama, I have something to report about Naruto as well as Tadukage raised an eyebrow, or really about Naruto-kun. What about his new abilities you have discovered, Itachi-kun? As Itachi nodded, well, Lord Hokage, it happened like this. Naruto has the perfect affinities for all the five chakra nature. Even you can see Tadukage was coughing at this point as smoke was coming from his, you can say, mouth as he looked towards Itachi. Itachi-kun, I know that Naruto-kun is your student, but no need to, you can say, lie about that in a report in a disapproval manner as Itachi looked toward Tadukage. Lord Sandaime, I would never lie in a report. I have tested it myself. Not only that, his chakra, you can say, reacted with the D rank technique in such a manner that it upgraded them in a A rank technique. If you allow me, as you can say, Itachi looked towards the wall and put a small genjutsu on it, and it saw, you can say, Naruto doing fireball, the water technique, the wind technique, and all the other techniques. He showed him, you can say, the hand signs for D rank, and he pushed it to A rank, if not greater. While on the other hand, Kakashi could not believe his eyes. He saw that Naruto had potential, but he never realized that this kind of potential, if he can do that with D rank techniques, imagine what he can do with S rank technique. He would be a one man army. As while on the other hand, Minato was intrigued at this point. He definitely needed Naruto to be on his side as soon as possible as he nodded at that. And what about against Raika and all that? As before Kakashi could say anything, the screen changed as they saw the fight which happened. They saw Menma and Naruto's recklessness and how they got unconscious when they tried to use the Rasengan. And afterward, you can say how Naruto defeated Raiga and after defeated Haku and all that. But it seemed that Haku had disappeared after he got, or rather, she got unconscious. And while, on the other hand, they saw Naruto, you can say, fighting, punching him, and Itachi decided not to show them about the sword and what actually happened to him, but he only showed them when Naruto threw the sword in the opposite direction. As Minato nodded at that, as I said, well, Itachi, that is impressive. I was right about Naruto. You have to keep a close eye on him. He needs to be loyal to Konoha no matter what, and you have to make sure of it. As Itachi simply nodded at that. To be honest, he was pretty sure that Naruto did not give a damn about loyalty or anything like that. He only considered it to be a byproduct. If anything, to begin with, he was a different child, and he realized it. As you can say, Itachi nodded. Well, Lord Hokage, Naruto truly is a prodigy, and I will try my best to teach him to best of my abilities. But soon enough, I will have to teach him further high-ranking techniques. As you can say, Minato nodded at that. Well, I have to discuss some matters with the council as well, Itachi. So soon enough, you and Naruto would be summoned in the council. So you are dismissed for the moment. After saying that, you can say Tachi Sanchin away while on the other hand Jiraiya was grumbling something under his breath that how it was unfair and Naruto did not deserve such power. It should be in the hands of Menma and Naruto so that they can use it to protect Konoha and the world when the time comes. But no one listened to him for the moment. As you can say Minato spoke up, well, Tadokage, what do you think? As Saint Daimon spoke up, well, the kid has potential, Minato. If you do not mind, I would also like to tutor him on some manners. This would all, and I would try to push, you can say, the concept of the will of fire in him as well. As Minato nodded at that with a smirk on his face. Well, Nadokage, it is very good possibility. As after saying that, he nodded as he said, alright, Kakashi, what about, you can say, you tell me about Menma and Ruko, about their progress, because I have seen that how they were reckless by using the Rasengan and how Menma made it so, you can say, unstable that it exploded in his own hands. As Kakashi gulped a little, well, Hokage-sama, after some time, Naruto was now standing on a tree meditating, and silver energy started to, you can say, explode from his body, and just like that it made a aura. Suddenly the whole ground started to shake all around Konoha. Even the Fire Nation felt a tremor. While Minato was listening to the report of Kakashi, suddenly he felt the whole Konoha was shaking as he stood out wondering if it was an earthquake. And while on the other hand Naruto opened his eyes, the silver eyes were now shining in his, you can say, eyes, and for a moment it turned blue with a small circle and a slit at the center of it, but it returned back to the silver once again as Naruto opened his eyes and started to walk away. And while so yeah guys, here I will left this part. Hopefully you guys like it. And in the next part we are gonna see, you can say, the tuning exam and the many other things and the fights and all that. So hopefully you guys will like it. And yeah guys, as for the next part, you guys already know the like goal, the comment goal. Please complete it and I will upload the next part as soon as possible. So yeah guys, and don't, you can say, forget about my other channel and which has been revived. So hopefully you guys will enjoy the videos on it. The link is in the description below. So please watch it and enjoy it. Peace.